right, so this is the start of episode 4, Drive Does New York. As you can see, it's not always glamorous. Currently stuck in the middle seat for about a 4-hour flight, but it's gonna be all good once we get there. Really excited to show you all what's to come with our visit to New York. So before we jump into this epic trip, which sees us kind of crisscrossing the country and going up and down the East Coast, the question that may come up is why? Like, what are we doing here? And you'll see that there's some investor meetings and partnership meetings and whatnot. So generally speaking, what we're doing right now is that we've just brought Logan along to film what we already had planned and travel that was already occurring anyway, to primarily meet with both existing investors and potential investors. Drive is growing so fast, and our goals of where we want to go are so ambitious that it has taken additional capital to help us get there. Just the building that we're in today is almost 60,000 square feet. We've got several $1 million in equipment that's here as well. We have had to look to investors to help us build this production facility, which is world-class, secure the equipment we need to produce the amount that we need to produce at the standard and quality that we want to produce at. That's really why we're talking to people and what they're helping with right now. Now let's get back to the fun part, which is showing some of the cool places we go to see these people.
Available Delta in Cincinnati base group. Thank you for choosing us, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
So we've officially been walking halfway to Manhattan from JFK. No, we've actually, I think, been walking at high speed for 20 minutes now. Airplane pretzels. You always pack them away so you have snacks for later. No, I did not learn that myself. It's much better than having to take the train.
They're such jerks though, man. You know, we work here in the airport with the police. They're next door to our office, and they be like, you gotta get her out of here.
And it's not like they see you here every day. All right, so we just landed. We gotta get into Manhattan in time for dinner. We're meeting up with one of our other investors in the company. So we're on a pretty tight schedule, and ordinarily JFK traffic can be really bad. So we're about to do something fun to beat the traffic. We're just about to get on the subway, waiting for the next train to come.
Listen, you too special to get overlooked. If you were first class, you'd get overbooked. Don't let them take away your shine, girl, you got me shook. Cause I can see the way you grind, that's a good look. She said she like my tattoos, I said I like them too. Do you got any tats? She said yeah, I got a few. I said that's a good view.
10 minutes later, we're here. All right, so we made it. As you can see, massive time saver. 10 minutes from JFK to Midtown. Cannot beat it. We're on our way to dinner now. Can't wait. It's good to be back in New York City. One of the things I don't think I've talked about is that I actually used to live in New York City. In 2009, I was living in LA, and I met Elon Musk. Through that, I actually ended up getting a job for Tesla and opened Tesla's first showroom outside of California, right here in New York City. So if you've ever been to the Tesla showroom in Chelsea, that was me.
These boys can't leave them bastards. A lot of dudes, just some undercover actors. I don't fall for it, I'm privy to all your tactics. Yeah, so try again, this time take a vitamin. Yeah, invite them in, welcome to the lion's den. And I'm Mufasa, big boss in charge of coming in like a bull, you see me raising the stock up, yeah. So baby, you gon' need some patience. I already won, now I'm just making a statement, Damn, baby, why your mans keep hating? You asking about the cake, you here for the celebrations? And I ain't fishing, I ain't really into baiting. I know they all wish I take away they mating, but sorry I'm taking me and my lady mating. She look me in the eyes and tell me how much she loving all my confidence, yeah. It really shouldn't be no arguments, cause you're now viewing the greatest of all time. Saying I can't get better, I promise they all lying on my confidence.
Alright, so we've had a really busy day so far. Started off with some morning meetings in Connecticut, drove up through the snow, got up to our Connecticut meeting this morning, went very well. It's been a really actually bitter cold and snowy day in New York, so while it's fun being here, we've all been absolutely dying of the cold, and we come from Colorado. It just, the cold out here feels so different. Now we are on the way to the main event, which is a art gallery opening for one of our best investors and dearest friends of the company. There's a gallery here in New York that is showing his brother's artwork tonight, and we're on our way now to opening night.
I wanted to speak about my dear friend Chuck. He truly believed that creativity could make the world a better place. He believed that being an artist was a responsibility to society. I'm in agreement. If we can just touch someone through art, we have accomplished something great. Chuck wanted to express grace and beauty in his work along with the darker side of the human character. He spoke gracefully about his art and his concerns for humanity. In one statement, he says, quote, "When I'm behind the easel, I can feel the forms and shapes in my physical body coming out in a very concrete way. It's truly therapeutic. I hope that when people buy my paintings, it improves their lives by possibly making them more content."
We're walking past the scene of one of the greatest sequels in Hollywood history, Home Alone 2. If you know, you know. Right here is where he got the limo with his own cheese pizza. Name a better sequel. I'll wait.
2 scoops, sir?
2, make it 3. I'm not driving.
Dude, it's just our luck. Every time I try and go down this street, it's like somehow blocked for some reason. He's an amateur. I'd never even been in New York City before. I had just driven from Malibu, where I was living before, to move here to New York City. And back then we were still using MapQuest. So imagine trying to find your way around New York City with your MapQuest printed off directions. Like everyone's honking at you, trying to figure out what's going on. It had literally just started storming. It was out of control. So our last meeting of our time here in New York is back to one of the places where the drive story began. We are on our way to Hudson Stables in New Jersey. Early in drive history, we became friends with a lot of the people over there, and it really turned into a network that helped serve as the launchpad for the company. We like to refer to it as our unofficial East Coast headquarters. You'll see there, it's a really cool building, really fun place, incredible community that they've built around there. It's actually how we met Valve and Piston, who you've seen us do stuff with and whatnot. So we're gonna meet with a couple of people over there and then take you inside and just kind of show you what's up over there. Good last visit before we take off for the next stop on our trip. All right, so here we are, hallowed ground for all of us here at Drive. A lot of stories in this building and a lot of people that have really turned into family for us. So subtle entrance, but can't wait to show you what's inside.
Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen him down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a mill, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a Don just like the Perrier. It's one time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Told him come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Gotta check and I bought myself a place.
It's bittersweet being here because whenever we're here, we're with very close friends that feel like family, and we could hang out here all day, but we're already getting ready for the next leg of our trip. We are about to head to the airport, got to jump another flight. We're heading down to Florida. While we're a bit sad to leave New York and our friends here, it has been so bitter cold that we all cannot wait to get to warm weather in Florida. So we are on our way to Palm Beach. You're gonna see a really fun event that we've been planning for. Can't wait to show you what it's gonna be like down there. So Marcus just got here in the cool and vintage Defender. We are here in Palm Beach because we're on our way to Palm Beach Rovers. Palm Beach Series, actually the first time they've ever done this event. Marcus is a very special person in Drive's history, so really excited to fill you in on who he is and show you some awesome Rovers today.
Can I get you a cold brew?
I would love something, yeah.
Absolutely, come right up.
Oh, what do you have? Black coffee?
Come on. I mean,
So this is the first part of this event, which is a drive with everyone that's part of the event. It's actually a pretty insane collection of Rovers that we got here. We're just gonna cruise around Palm Beach for a little bit and then get back together for kind of the main parking lot event.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion. Loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold.
So much eye candy.
This is a conversation we've really wanted to have for a long time. Marcus is really drive family here. The company would not exist without Marcus and his brother. The story of Marcus and I meeting is really the story of how Drive came about. Marcus also, he's incognito in person, but he's much more famous on Instagram. He handles Island Defender, some really awesome rovers. So that's how Marcus and I met. I was just trying to explore the idea of starting the company. I knew I wanted to do it, and Marcus and I started chatting with each other on Instagram purely just because I loved his photos. He was on Sanibel, and his photos were just absolutely epic on the beach in Sanibel. So I sent Marcus a few trophy cans. And from that point on, we just kind of started messaging back and forth. So we met up at Justa in Venice, and that was the infamous 3-hour lunch with Marcus and his brother that led to the start of Drive. The next day, Marcus and his brother called me and were just like, we got to do this with you. The adventure began.
I always look back at the account, Island Defender, as what led to the start of Drive. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have met. That's the love story of how we met. No, I know. I think we just bonded, obviously, over Land Rovers. But it was just a design. I mean, again, you sent me the smaller version of the can. I was just blown away by the design.
One of the coolest things about Marcus and his brother is that they were there from day one. You know, what everybody sees on the outside and on social media is obviously the best, most fun, prettiest version of the true story of building the company. So there's been lots of ups and downs and difficult time, and I always think of that original passion and excitement for the project. And the coolest thing about Marcus and his brother is that it is always there. It is always consistent. And when I'm struggling or when I'm really stressed out, Marcus and his brother are that constant reminder that what we're doing is special and it's worth doing, and they're always excited about it. And that's been a really important ingredient in the growth of the company.
Yeah, I mean, we had never done anything like that, ever. We make it happen. It's, I don't know, I guess we have a shared vision, and I don't know, we believe in the same things. It's because of Alex's passion and grit and just perseverance and just, I mean, it's 7 years in. Guy never gives up. The stuff that you've gone through to make this happen, it's amazing. What's happening with Drive is amazing. Sometimes I think about it. You look at the pictures from the warehouse, look at all the partnerships that we've made, that you've made. It's amazing. Who knows where this is going to go? Anyway, go Drive. For me? Woo! How about that? Woo! Best in class. Dude, let's go. How about that?
All I want is satisfaction. Make a move, baby, you got nothing to lose. Give me that good reaction. Gonna make it right, little like an offer I can't refuse. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights.
Got another big day tomorrow. We're going to be bouncing around Miami, meeting with a couple of important people for various aspects of the business, maybe a couple blasts from the past. So we're excited for another busy day tomorrow. We'll see you then. just rolling up now to curate it. You all probably know if you've been following us for a while. They were an enormous part of us making our setup at F1 Miami as cool as it was. So really good friends there. We really appreciate them. While we were in town, had to stop off and see them. And if you're not aware, it's literally one of the craziest collections of vintage supercars in the world. Let's go take a look.
Hey. Next to rock like Mick Foley. It's Nick Joby, kill him softly, play that shit slowly. On the keys like Tony, throwing subs, they get toasted. About my bread like a hoagie. This beat ice cold, look how I ride this Zamboni. I feel like old Tony.
I got you right there,
man. Eat a Chobani, cause her body getting bony. Late night, heavy scrolling, vape light, heavy smoking. We got our healthy habits, we've been already growing. It's like we drowning in them.
It's 4 a.m. We're getting ready for the final leg of the trip. Not much sleep last night. Like you said, this is the not so fun part of traveling all the time. But yeah, on our way to Charleston, South Carolina. Really important meeting there happening there, 4 a.m. Also going to see something really cool that we can't wait to show you. We just landed in Charleston, our third city of the day, 2 flights this morning, second coffee of the day.
Not enough.
Not enough. We'll fix that. We're gonna try and quickly drop some stuff off at the hotel to get going with our day. We are here in Charleston for a meeting, came up with someone that's pretty interesting that wants to meet with the company. Since we're in Miami, we figured it was a quick couple-hour flight up here. Figured it'd be worth it to try and see them in person before we fly back to Denver. All right, so our 5-day whirlwind trip is just about to come to a close. One of our final stops, since we have a meeting tonight here in Charleston, South Carolina, is with our friends at Himalaya. We've known them for a while, did some really fun events with them out in California. We've hung out in Wyoming, awesome Land Rovers, doing some really cool restorations here. And this is their headquarters in Charleston, South Carolina. So we're here with Greg, who runs Himalaya. Greg, what would you say your 30-second ethos is on like what you guys are doing here?
We build them all from the ground up here in Charleston, which we're really proud of. It's hard to do, building in the United States, but we do everything under this roof here. everything from the mechanical side to upholstery, and it's all custom in-house. We do everything from the Defender 90s, 110s, 130s, and we go back to the early series vehicles, which have a special place in my heart. And actively, we're working about 25 vehicles at a time. I mean, I think we've got the coolest junkyard in North America.
All right, Greg, thanks so much for having us here today. What you guys are doing here is super cool. Not just the builds that you're doing, but even just like saving these really cool trucks and giving them another 50 years of life is awesome. So it's 3:30 in the morning. The Uber just showed up. We're finally heading back to Denver. Got to make a connection first before we get back. It's just the only way we would get back to the office in Denver by 10:30 a.m. this morning and still have a work day ahead of us. So long day ahead of us, a lot of traveling, but finally time to go home.